Okay, Producer AP. Hate to bring this up again because you've talked about it before, but I use both FL Studio and Ableton. But I noticed for some reason the 808s hit different on both. There is a common misconception that Ableton and FL have a different sound engine, but I've actually debunked this. They actually don't have a different sound engine. By default, both DAWs will sound different. For example, on the master channel, FL by default has a limiter on it. Ableton does not. So it's gonna sound very different right off the bat. Also, if your sounds are clipping, Ableton does not play clipped audio. So if anything is above 0 decibels, it will actually clip it because that's what it will do when you mix it down. FL Studio has an internal summing engine that allows for 32-bit files to play, which actually isn't such a good thing because you want to always cap your sounds at the ceiling. Because when you mix it down, there's gonna be issues with clipped audio. So it depends how loud your 808 is right out the gate. It depends if there's a limiter on the master. And each DAW will play the sounds at a different level when you first load it in. So Producer AP, make sure that you turn off the master. Don't use anything on the master. Here's what to do then. Make sure they're sound level matched. Make sure each of them are below 0 decibels. So turn them down. Does that make sense? EHAG first, I think there's a misconception because FL Studio, the thing that bothers me a little bit about it is it doesn't accurately represent the sound that you get when you mix it down. I can actually show you guys. Or better yet, Producer AP, if you want, send me the 808 and I'll show you why it sounds different. Producer AP, you want to send it to me in the Discord? It's not a DECAP 808. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's figure it out. Fearless spins. All right, I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna load up FL and Ableton and we'll see what's going on. Who knows, maybe they are different. We'll learn something. Yeah, see, that's clipping like crazy. You see that? Check it out. So this is clipping. I'm gonna load this up in Ableton. Oh, and make sure you turn warp off. You guys can see that, it's clipping like crazy. Look at the meter right here, see that? See how much it's clipping? That's why it sounds different. What you want to do is turn this down so it's not clipping. This is a 32-bit file, guys, and the good thing about a 32-bit file is it allows for data above 0 decibels. So peep this. Let's zoom in real quick. Watch this. As I turn the gain down, still clipping. Look at the waveform right here. Still clipping. Still clipping. Still clipping. I'm down 3 decibels. Still clipping. Still clipping. Still clipping. There we go. Now you can see the top. Notice that the waveform is in perfect condition. That's because whoever made this sample made it in 32-bit. The downside to that is people who don't understand, when they load up this sound in Ableton versus FL, it's going to sound different because both of them handled clipped audio different. The way to avoid that is make sure that you have some sort of clipper or something on the master that will stop it so it doesn't go above 0 decibels. DAWs perform different above 0 decibels, but that doesn't actually matter because when you mix it down, it's gonna sound the same mixed down. It'll only sound different in the DAW. So if we go here, let's turn that gain all the way up, and then let's go to the master. Let's take everything off the master. Check the master channel. It's 5 decibels in the red. This is what Producer AP is talking about. This is why it sounds different. Because Ableton and FL sound different in the red. He's actually right. They do sound different, but you have to make sure you turn it down. Then it will sound different. Make sure everything's below 0 decibels. Does that make sense? Do you guys get it? Any questions about that? No, Producer AP, you do not look stupid right now. This is something that almost nobody understands. I have studied sound engines. I've reverse engineered Ableton's and FL Studios and Pro Tools sound engine, so I understand what's happening at a granular level. So you don't look stupid at all. You actually asked a great question, and I just showed you guys something that 99% of people don't know. You actually have a really good ear, Producer AP. Some people would not even notice that. But there's a reason. They handle clipped audio differently. This is a fact. This is not an opinion, guys. A lot of people say, yo, FL sounds better than Ableton. Ableton sounds cleaner. That's all bullshit. They have the same exact sound engine, but anything over 0 decibels behaves differently. If you use the same clipper in Ableton and FL, they will sound exactly the same, 100%. Clipping mechanics in these sound engines are different. Actually, no. The way they play back clipped audio is different. If you clip the channels, the master channel, the way they play it back is different. But once you mix it down, they are exactly the same. Exactly the same. Minus any dither or any of that kind of stuff.